This hour of the CHEO Telethon is brought to you by Infinity Convention Center.
Hey everybody, I'm Cornicky.
I'm Mel.
From Rebel 1017. Listen, we got our 6-foot stick. We're keeping our distance apart. But listen, it's real important that you still help out CHEO even though we're going through some crazy times.
All of this stuff with COVID-19 is important, obviously, but so is the work that CHEO does in this community.
Hey, listen, the programs, the research, the equipment that this money goes towards really helps out the kids in our community. So if you can, make your way over to the phone or the computer and give a little bit.
I mean, a lot of people aren't working and you don't have as much money coming in, but anything that you can give, they would appreciate.
Hey folks, it's Cub Carson from Rebel 1017. The whole theme this year is give what you can. Everyone has been affected by COVID-19 through health, or it's through financial hardships, and we know it's very tough. We are asking you to give what you can. CHEO will always be there for us. It will always be there for our family. More importantly, the children of Eastern Ontario and Western Quebec. So give, please, if you can.
Lowe's.ca has everything you need to make your yard your home.
Hey there, everybody. We are Mahler, Rush, and Jenny from the Morning Hot Tub with the new Hot 89.9.
We just want to take a minute to acknowledge how lucky we are to live in a city that has such a world-class organization like CHEO in it. You know, sometimes we take it for granted. We are very lucky that CHEO is here for us.
We so are. And I want to say, just speaking of being grateful, very close friends of mine, their daughter just recently, I'm talking days ago, officially cancer-free. And she was 2 years battling this disease, and she spent so much time at CHEO. And if there's one thing we've heard over and over again from this family is how amazing, wonderful, impactful the nurses, doctors, volunteers, it takes a village. You all come together perfectly, and you seriously help raise these kids that are going through this. So thank you for that.
This hour of the CHEO Telethon is brought to you by St. Hubert.
CHEO is home, that's for sure.
They're our family now.
I don't think we'd be here if it wasn't for CHEO.
Live from CHEO. Plus virtual visitors from all over the city and region.
Thank you, CHEO. Thank you, CHEO.
Thank you,
CHEO.
And live from the CTV studios in the Byward Market. This is the CHEO Telethon. Here are your hosts from CTV News, Graham Richardson and Patricia Bowl.
Well, welcome back to the fourth hour of the 37th annual CHEO Telethon. Development and rehabilitation supports children, youth, and some adults with physical, developmental, and behavioral needs.
But many services and programs that span inpatient and outpatient care has had to pivot because of the pandemic.
Joining us now to speak more on that is Sarah Bigford, Manager of Child Development and Rehabilitation at CHEO. Sarah, thanks for being here.
Thanks very much for having me.
So tell us how development and rehab supports children on a wide range of issues.
Well, basically, we offer therapy services to inpatient and outpatients. We have specialized medical services, and we coordinate the care for children and families who have complex therapy or medical needs.
How much of a challenge has it been to do rehabilitation given the pandemic?
Well, I mean, certainly staff have to shift on a dime. Almost overnight, our outpatient services moved from sort of in-person live therapy or medical sessions to virtual sessions. But honestly, I think things have gone so much better than I ever would have guessed, and staff have just done an amazing job virtually providing assessments and therapy services, and in person when needed.
All right, Sarah, it's amazing how people have adapted and been able to cope during this time. We thank you so much. We're going to keep you close by throughout our hour here, and we'll check back in with you in just a little bit.
And right now we want to go to Leanne Cusack with another check presentation. Leanne.
Well, it is great to be able to talk about golf on a day like this, and golf makes a big difference to the children at CHEO. And the team of Mortgage Approvals Ottawa has made a big difference. We're going to find out more once you introduce yourselves.
I am Jason Anbera.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Ritzy.
I'm Rami Albiano.
I'm Adil Rahman.
And I'm Brock Frost.
Now, I don't know how great you guys are at golf, but I know you're great at fundraising. Tell us what you've done, Jason.
Yeah, so we wanted to choose an organization that was near and dear to our hearts. We all individually been donating to CHEO over the years. So when we created this idea of creating a charity golf tournament, it was an easy decision to decide that we all, as a community and as a team, donate to CHEO.
Wonderful. And Brock and Jen, you have raised how much?
This year we raised $12,100 for the Children's Hospital.
Fantastic. And in mortgage terms, that's one phenomenal down payment. We want to thank you all very much for heading back to the desk.
Thanks so much, all. Let's check back with Tammy Giovanni behind the scenes.
Poor Tammy. We're having a terrible time
Tammy.
with your name. We apologize for that. Tammy is with the tiniest CHEO patients right now. Tammy.
Hi, it's Tammy, and now we're here in the neonatal intensive care unit. And I'm lucky enough to be with Gibson, who's just 3 days old, the nurse that's caring for him today, Karen, who's been at CHEO for over 20 years. A whole lot of expertise and knowledge. What's it like to work in neonates, Karen?
Well, first of all, I feel lucky to have found my passion in life, because these babies and the team I work with is absolutely incredible, and it's truly my passion. I'm lucky to be able to call it a job. Working here every day is different, which is one of the things I love most. Every baby that comes in has a different type of diagnosis and a different type of stay. One thing that is the same for all of them is that the parents, this is never part of the birth plan to be coming to CHEO. And it's an experience that nobody wants to have, but when they do come, this is the best place for them to be. Just like Gibson here. He looks kind of sick right now for 3 days old, but as I was telling Mom, within a week he'll be home with her and his brothers. So it's like the full circle of very sick to getting better, and I'm just so proud to be part of that.
You guys do such amazing work, and some innovative things too. We talk about the ear, that is a visual cue for how we have to lower our voices. Why is that?
Definitely. Babies are very sensitive to developmentally sensitive care, as we call it. So we do have an ear in each of our pods, and it actually is shaped like an ear, and the lights go off as the volume goes up. So, and when the red light goes off, it doesn't make a sound, but it makes people aware that it's a little too loud in the pod, and it's very important for them because they're obviously used to being in utero in a very sheltered, quiet environment, and especially sick babies or sick patients at all. They need quiet. They need quiet time to heal, to grow, because he's actually a big guy for us. So we have big guys and we have little tiny guys, and so yeah, it's a cue to remind us maybe to just quiet down.
It's amazing work you do. Amazing work to teach families, to teach others about what it's like to care for these kids, and so fragile and yet so important.
So fragile, but at the same time, they're my superheroes. These little guys. They inspire me every single day. Absolutely. He has his fist up.
Absolutely. Thanks for all you do, Karen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tammy. Wonderful.
Just Tammy. Very good. Amazing, though, what they're able to do for those tiny little wonderful patients. We're going to go back now to Leanne Cusack with another Czech presentation. Leanne.
We are celebrating the gratitude of the German community right now. We are joined by Richard Nairn and Larissa Russell, representing whom, Richard?
The Make Believe Almarausch German Club in Carlsbad Springs.
And you happen to be the president of that, and I know you have such a connection to CHEO. This fundraising effort is actually a legacy. You're honoring the memory of your son, Noah. Tell us about Noah.
Noah was a shining light within our club, and everybody that ever came to the club knew Noah. The whole German community knew Noah, and we wanted to give back to such a great organization. And CHEO just so desperately always needs extra money in the different areas. So we decided to start doing fundraisers a few years ago.
Well, I know that Larissa, Richard's very grateful to you being the next generation of this fundraising effort. We're really happy to have both of you here. And you have brought along a check today for how much?
$18,250.
Well, I think the only appropriate thing to say at this point would be Dankeschön.
Bitteschön.
And back to the desk.
Well done. Thank you, Leanne. Well, our next guest was featured almost 12 years ago on the CHEO Telethon.
And it's always been a dream for Jordan DeVoe-Urich to be on the desk at the telethon.
Now, we're sorry, Jordan, we couldn't have you right here at the desk with us in these strange times, but we're happy to have you join us from home right now. I want to ask how you're doing now.
We're doing really well.
Okay, and why has it always been a dream for you to be part of the CHEO Telethon? Why is CHEO so special to you?
You know, CHEO is amazing. They always have been. The doctors and nurses are very, very supportive. So I knew from when I was 12, 13, that being on the desk would be so important to help raise money for CHEO and to children like me to tell their story and how CHEO has helped them.
So when you were 5 months old, you were sent for muscle testing, and they found a very rare form of muscular dystrophy, and you've done well over the years and then had a bit of a relapse. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so I did really, really well for a long time. I got really sick in 2014, and that was a hard time. It was 8 weeks in hospital, but the doctors and nurses are always there. So every question I asked from when I was 12 to every question my parents asked, they always found a way to answer it. And they got me out of the hospital, and it was a long hospital stay, but I ended up getting a G-tube, and I've been doing really, really well from then.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
That's great to hear. Of course, the doctors and nurses, as you mentioned, are so wonderful. It's pretty incredible, some of the equipment that they provide for kids of all ages, too. Since you want to be a part of us raising money for CHEO, can you talk a little bit about, I know you're in a wheelchair, you've had to use a wheelchair, how important that equipment is to help you be able to do what you need to do?
Yeah, I actually don't do my wheelchair out of CHEO, but they had done more inside of me. I have had spinal rods from other when I can remember, probably around 8. And then in the summer of grade 10, I'm in grade 12 now, I got my spinal fusion done with my Dr. Kevin Smith. So I have a whole bunch of hardware in me. I have for many, many years. And they help me with my chair even. Because even though I don't get my chair through them, when I had my surgery done, I sat a lot differently and everything was different. So they had PT come down and they would do exercise with me in bed, but then they also adjusted my chair the whole time. And they adjusted my neck and how I breathe is even better. And even how I eat is different.
Well, it's just fabulous you could join us today, even though you couldn't be on the desk with us. And
it feels like you're here with
us.
Yeah,
yeah. And thanks so much for joining us. And it's great to see you doing so well. And we wish you nothing but the best. And thanks so much for this, Jordan.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. Take care. We're going to go back now to Leanne Cusack for one more check presentation. Leanne.
So many businesses in our community have been struggling to adapt to very difficult times. That's the case for Domino's Pizza. Justin Lemieux is an owner of a couple of Domino's stores. It's lovely to have you on Bank Street because you've worked very hard during this tough time for the Children's Hospital.
Certainly have. You know what? We've taken this opportunity to get involved in our community. Every year we do a fundraiser for CHEO in some capacity. This year we were a little bit, we struggled having to do things remotely, so we elected to do a virtual fundraiser where I made as many pizzas as I could in 1 hour, and we donated all the pizzas to the family, the children, and the frontline workers at CHEO. So I know myself and my staff are very proud of the work that we've done, and we look forward to doing something similar again next year.
Well, a beautiful story during a tough time and many layers, if we can use the pizza reference, to that give. You are presenting the Children's Hospital with a lot of dough, $5,000 plus. Thank you so much, Justin.
It's our pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Love that. Full disclosure, I happen to have Domino's on speed dial on my phone right here.
Shocker. Shocker, Patty B. Let's go back to CHEO, where we have another CHEO family standing by.
So hello, this is Justin. Justin is 14 and his dad, Fred. So can you tell us a little bit more about what brought you to CHEO?
Well, back in January, Justin got suddenly sick, and there was, we suspected that there was a meningitis cephalitis, ended up being a HLH, non-cancerous site, but very rare case. I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been involved with Justin's case. We would not be in where we are now. So I really have to say thank you to absolutely everyone. There's so many people that I cannot remember their names, but I want to say thank you, everyone.
It's a great part about today, the wonderful snapshots of families who are so grateful because they are at the most vulnerable point and they just have such a connection to this place. It's wonderful.
Courage to share those stories. I can't get over it every year. Wonderful families in our community. We want to support them by getting the phones ringing, Matt Scooby.
Yes, we certainly do, Patricia. The number to call, 1-866-447-4442. You can call it right now to make a donation. We want to get, we have a few people waiting for your call in our virtual phone bank. Christina, Jeanette among them. Give them a call right now. Don't just have to wait for a miracle match. You can certainly call them at any point. And don't forget too, it's not just about the children of today. In the next 20 years, there's going to be 70,000 more kids in the Ottawa area, and CHEO is going to be there for all of them when they're needed. So again, donate what you can right now. No donation is too small. Give the call to a number on your screen as we're going to hopefully watch this total continue to rise this afternoon. Let's go back to the desk.
All right, thanks, Matt. It's an important way for caregivers and parents to take care of themselves. CHEO's out-of-home respite care program gives up to 6 hours of relief for parents dealing with the stress of around-the-clock responsibility of caring for a child with a complex medical condition.
Well, respite care provides the opportunity for families to rest and recharge. The kids who participate in the program also thrive.
You want the microphone.
7-year-old Austin is curious.
Are you interviewing me, Bud?
Super friendly.
You do? Okay.
And communicating better than ever.
You gonna go play? Play with our friends? Come on, let's go.
And he never stops.
He's very busy. The moment his eyes open, his day has started, and he just wants to know the world.
Would you like to sit there?
Life with Austin, who has a rare genetic syndrome, is an adventure, an exhausting one. Then comes Saturday.
We come here at 9, I drop him off, I breathe, and I leave for 6 hours.
CHEO's out-of-home respite care program gives parents of kids with complex medical needs a much-needed break.
Austin has a feeding tube.
Yes.
When just calling up the local sitter
Shoe off, shoe on.
isn't an option.
It's not as simple as just handing them off to somebody else. They need medical training. This program gives me that freedom to be able to go and run out the door and maybe have a little dance party in the car and then tackle the rest of my day.
Sarah has that training, a registered nurse running the Saturday program and on hand to look after any medical needs.
Oh, done.
But that
Yeah.
only scratches the surface.
Sarah was the first person
Ready?
I ever left Austin with, ever. But Sarah could support us in a way that nobody else could. His medical needs, his emotional needs. To hand my child over to somebody else that I knew 100% had it.
Sue says you are family, and she would jump off a roof for you if you asked her to do it.
We cry.
What does that mean for you?
It's your Kleenex. It means a lot, actually, because I think of them as all of my kids are my kids. I've had Austin since he was 2. To see him go from this kid that's not talking, not walking, not doing much on his own, to now he's running around, sliding around, just having so much fun. It's a really amazing progress.
Unlike Austin, many of the children in this program will never walk or talk. Yet Sarah says she has the best job in the world.
Tough job. My first year, I went home and cried every day for about a year. And then after that, I realized that I'm giving these kids life, and it's amazing. And there's still tough days. Still definitely go home and cry some days, but most of the time it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, a lot of playing. Austin!
But for every parent like Sue, so grateful for this program.
At the end of the day, he's so happy to see me, and I can just have that. I love you, Mom. I'm happy to see you, Mom.
There's another still waiting.
This program is very, very expensive to run, and funding is always short, so we're always in need of help and donor dollars.
Hello, my name is Austin.
Wow, the connection between Sue and Austin and Sarah was just an amazing thing to see in action. Those programs, so key for families in that situation.
Just vital programs for sure at a critical time. And we're going to help with that with our next Miracle Match.
This Miracle Match is sponsored by LiUNA Local 527 and 527A.
LiUNA, Local, Leslie. Yes, time to double your donation now.
I don't know how to follow that up other than to say it's time to double your donation, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to the Laborers International Union of North America, representing workers in our region in the construction of roads, bridges, water, sewers, and curbs. They built this city, as well as power generators, the industrial manufacturing, retail, and healthcare sectors. Now, they are proud to be one of the unions supporting the hardworking nurses as well at CHEO. Their members have been longtime supporters of CHEO because they truly believe in the well-being of young people. Thank you once again to Laborers International Union of North America for this Miracle Match. And Matt, it is a big one.
It is a big one, Leslie. Let's start the clock. 3 minutes, count it down. This is our first $10,000 Miracle Match of the day. So for those that don't know, we're doubling your donation up to $10,000 in the next 3 minutes. Call that number on your screen, 1-866-447-4442. We're going to double it. If you give $50, it becomes $100. $100 becomes $200, all the way up. And we're going to keep doubling those donations for the next 3 minutes until we reach $10,000. Again, our thanks to our friends at LiUNA for they're both of their locals for sponsoring this Miracle Match. We need some phone calls because people, we have our virtual phone bank who is not quite busy yet. See, we have a few people. Some people are talking on the phone, but let's get on those phone lines.
Yeah, let's take advantage of the opportunity. Thanks to LiUNA for giving a $10,000 match here. You know, they say it takes a village to raise a family. Well, this is a big village in the city of Ottawa that counts on CHEO, and now CHEO is counting on you. 1-866-447-4442.
Our CHEO champion has a message.
Hi, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's the number. Call us maybe?
Maybe, Eli, maybe no question mark. We need people to call, but I love that people are using. Carly Rae Jepsen has some inspiration to give us a shout today.
Is that old school now? Because it's been a couple of years.
School?
I don't know. It is for them.
It certainly is.
Yeah, that's old school for Eli. Yeah, give us a call. 1-866-447-4442. No maybes about it. We're counting on you, and you can double your donation.
This is the chance to do, like we've been talking about all of our miracle matches so far. We're approaching the 4:30 hour here for the telethon, but if you're just joining us, now is the time to donate because it's going to double your donation. Whatever you give, we're going to double it. Thanks to LiUNA. And now is the time for the kids at CHEO, the staff at CHEO, everyone counting on the support today. We know lots of people are in difficult situations. Give what you can. No donation is too small on a day like today. That is clearly the important message. And if you can't, be sure to spread the message. Kierst has another one for us. Kierst, how much time do we have left?
1 minute left to this Miracle Match. Please donate.
We haven't gone to the dogs yet, right? We've had a few dogs in the telethon today, but we are still counting on your support.
This is a $10,000 Miracle Match, which means we want to take every advantage possible to courtesy of the generosity of the folks at LiUNA. Look at this. We have actually some people waiting. I can't believe this. This is an opportunity that can't be missed. Pick up the phone right now. Keep them busy. Stop the dancing.
Yeah, some of them are singing here and dancing on our virtual phone bank. They've already taken, they're so efficient. They've gone through at least one call already. That means you have under 30 seconds now to get your call in, to be talking to them, not just them, everybody else. And we want to thank our volunteers for manning the phone banks today because they are doing a fantastic job, but we need to keep them busy. 1-866-447-4442.
The word gratitude is thrown around a lot these days, but we know that we are all grateful for the folks at CHEO. Whether if you go in there with your kid on an ER in the middle of the night, or whether you spend a long time because of some serious medical conditions, you can count on the folks on CHEO. And today, during this pandemic, it's a tough time for them to raise money. A lot of the fundraising events have either been canceled or rescheduled. So today means everything. And right now means everything because we can double your donations.
We kept them pretty busy. Again, those that got in there just under the mark too, which is fantastic. So again, thanks to LiUNA for sponsoring our Miracle Match. We're going to have another one of those coming up soon. Graham and Patricia.
All right, very well expressed, guys. Thank you very much for that.
And we want to head back to Leanne Cusack, another check presentation. Leanne.
Oh, it gives us great pleasure to introduce these stylists, generous-spirited hairstylists from Ottawa, from the King's Own Barber Shop, from Texture, and from Silver Scissors. Chris, Ramsey, and Eli here to talk about Hair Donation Ottawa, a phenomenal event. Chris, explain what it is you do each and every year.
So Hair Donation Ottawa is an annual cancer research fundraiser that, brings people together to raise money for cutting-edge cancer research and also provides wigs for kids with cancer. It's an amazing thing to be a part of.
And Eli, hairstylists have been so affected by this health crisis, but you continue to give always. Why did CHEO, Eli?
Yeah, so we're not going to be able to do our 10th annual cut-a-thon for CHEO this September, but we are working on something. So folks, keep growing your hair, keep the money in your pocket until we ask for it.
That is great advice. Now, Ramsey, we're almost out of time, but please tell us what Hair Donation Ottawa has raised for CHEO.
So we raised $107,000, 648 cents. Thank you, Ottawa.
I think that was hair raising. We want to thank you all so very much. Incredible. Hair Donation Ottawa, we're heading back to the desk. Thank you.
Hair raising. Good.
Amazing.
Well, the COVID-19 pandemic, of course, has been extremely difficult on families, but it has been especially challenging for families raising a child with special needs.
Megan Shaw joins us now on how CHEO has helped.
Thanks, Graham and Patricia. Joining me now is Brianne Béchamp, a recreation therapist at CHEO, here to talk to us about emergency respite care during COVID-19. Brianne, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Can you start today and maybe just explain your role at CHEO?
Normally, I am a recreation therapist. Recreation therapy, we provide recreation and leisure activities to children and youth with disabilities. We run programs such as martial arts, rock climbing, cooking, Lego and robotics programs, as well as skiing.
Now, we know how important this is. Has it changed at all the care being provided during COVID-19?
Yes, I've been redeployed to the emergency respite program that we're providing for children with special needs. So I've moved into my goal-based recreation programs to the entirely play-based respite program that we're offering.
And why are these programs so important for families?
These programs are very important for families so that the families can have a break, whether it's catching up on work, having a nap, taking a shower, getting some shopping done. That's super important for the families. And then it's also important for the clients as well to be able to come play with new toys, be in a new environment, and really just live their best lives and be a kid.
That's right. We know it's very fun for them as well. Thanks, Brianne, for joining us. Now back to the desk.
Simple things like taking a shower. Yeah.
So important.
The basics. Thank you,
Being
Megan.
kids. Let's head back over to Matt Scooby, who's getting those phones ringing, Matt.
We sure are, Graham and Patricia. 1-866-447-4442 is the number to call in case you just missed that miracle match. Still a few more of those to come. Now, we talked about the respite program, different programs. CHEO also has a program called the Mini Chefs program. It's helping children with autism. It's teaching them about cooking, about life skills, and they depend on donor dollars. They need you to support them. So give us a call. Again, all of our operators are standing by, as Leslie mentioned a little bit earlier, to our volunteers who have been doing a wonderful job so far in the virtual phone bank with those signs and their flags. Give them a call. We want to keep them busy over the next couple of hours. Let's go back to the decks.
All right, thank you so much, Matt. We are going to go right now to Leanne Cusack with another check presentation.
We're celebrating some very long-term relationships now. This one between RE/MAX and CHEO. We have Jason Pilon on the line. Jason is a broker, and you're here with some phenomenal news and an incredible check, Jason. Please tell us what you and your team members have been doing.
Well, RE/MAX agents in Ottawa are proud to support CHEO. It's been a long-term relationship with over 20 years. We have a Miracle Home program, which is a really simple yet impactful way for our agents to make a difference as a whole, where proceeds from every transaction are donated to CHEO, and in addition to multiple different events that are run throughout the year as well.
And we know there are a lot of those events. We are So delighted, and I know that the RE/MAX balloon is always flying high. We will all be flying high when you read this total for CHEO, Jason.
Yeah, so the total this year from RE/MAX realtors across the city was $177,046.
Whoa, that is incredible, incredible. Thank you so very, very much. Everyone here in the studio is elated. Let's go back to the desk.
Thank you.
Absolutely elated. That's a big number.
Another
Right.
big number.
Thank you so much, Leanne. We are now headed back to CHEO.
And we've got a tiny patient and his mom waiting for us.
Hello everyone, this is Matsis, who is 6 months old, and his mom Sonia. And Mom, can you tell us a little bit what brought you to CHEO with Matsis?
Yes, Matsis was born with multiple small bowel atresias. So we were transferred from the Gatineau Hospital to here when he was 2 days old to undergo abdominal surgery.
So you've been here since he's been aged like 2 days old?
Yeah.
Oh my, that's a long journey.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the care you've received here at CHEO?
Yes, well, so as I said, we were transferred from the Gatineau Hospital, so the transport team came and grabbed Matisse and assured the transfer. And then we were welcomed here by the surgeon and the radiologist who were ready on our arrival. We spent 24 days in NICU with an amazing team down there. And then we were transferred to the General Peds unit on 5 East. Again, an incredible team of caring people. And we've been here for almost 5 months.
Well, he looks like he's on the road to recovery. He looks very well and happy.
We've made very, very good progress.
Can you tell us what you're looking forward to when you head home?
Just spending some time with both my 3.5-year-old and Matsis, I think will be the biggest thing. Just not having to share my time between the two would be amazing. And in this crazy time of pandemic, I guess it will just be to home sweet home staycations.
That's wonderful. Well, we wish you all the best. Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, just a big thank you to everyone, the team here. Just was very caring and supportive, and you know, there were some good days and not so good days, and everyone was just there to support us, and we're really grateful for that.
And we're moving on to happier days very soon.
Exactly.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
5 months.
Wow.
Oh,
Ready for that home sweet home staycation
Yeah.
with all their kids in one place.
yeah,
Wow,
imagine.
long haul.
Yeah. We want to head to Leanne Cusack again, another check presentation. Leanne.
Well, our next presentation will definitely put a song in your heart. It's called Sing Out for CHEO. Joining us, the man behind the event, Danny Sylvester. Danny, please tell us why you have done this for so long.
Like I said, my daughter was close to 18 months. She was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy. It was a big shock for us, for sure. And after that, we knew a doctor from CHEO that invited us to CHEO because he had an office there. Mary Shell stayed there till she was 18 years old. And after that, well, they hooked us up with a great team after. And that year, that same year that she left, I decided to give back, and I started singing out for CHEO.
Well, that is a beautiful story. The care afforded. Mary Shell led you to this singing event to the tune of this year's fundraiser, $6,000. Thank you very much, Danny. That is awesome. We're so appreciative. We're heading back to the desk.
Thank you, Leanne. Well, the Ottawa Senators have a very deep connection with CHEO.
In particular with Roger Nielsen House, named after the NHL coach, Roger Nielsen, a tireless advocate for all children.
Here's a message now from one of the Ottawa Senators' front line.
Hey everyone, Brady Kachuk here. Roger Nielsen House is such a special place because of all the people that work there. Thank you for making it a home away from home for families across the region. You are truly healthcare heroes.
Great to hear from Brady there. And when people hear palliative care, the first thought is often associated with end-of-life care. At CHEO's Roger Nielsen House, palliative care is much more than that. When the Warren family welcomed their daughter Charlotte into the world, they were given the worst news any parent could receive. Their baby was not expected to survive.
Staff at Roger Nielsen House helped fill Charlotte's life with countless special memories for Anne-Marie and Tom Warren. Their stay at Roger Nielsen House wasn't about dying. It was about living every moment of Charlotte's beautiful life.
The seizures began shortly after birth, followed by the worst possible news.
On her third day, they did an MRI, and from the MRI, they discovered that she had no functioning brain. Just a tiny little piece of her brain stem was still functioning, and they didn't think that it was enough even for her to know to breathe.
Broken-hearted, Anne-Marie and Tommy Warren prepared to let their newborn daughter go.
So we took her breathing tube out, and we had family pictures taken, and she kept breathing. And we had about an hour in the garden, and the nurse and the doctor checked her heart rate, and they said it was slowing, and that her breathing was slowing. And it was really important to me that she passed away on my chest.
Back at the NICU, Charlotte opened her eyes, even started to hiccup. Baby Charlotte wasn't ready to go, not yet.
So we came to Roger Nielsen House for what was expected to be maybe a few hours or a day. And we stayed at Roger Nielsen House with her for 37 days.
Days her parents came to call Charlotte time.
Baby. We wanted to have as many firsts as we could, and we wanted to live every moment to the fullest.
That time, Anne-Marie says, wasn't about dying. It was about living.
Charlotte's time was going to be short, but the focus from the very beginning was to build tangible pieces of memory.
Mommy and Me yoga, snuggles, reading books, marking the holidays. At 1 month, Charlotte met 60 friends and family, a milestone no medical professional thought she'd make.
Despite medical opinion and science and fact, ultimately, children like Charlotte are in the driver's seat.
But there were also constant reminders that Charlotte was medically fragile. When her last day did arrive, her mom knew.
I got up and I took her to the nurse's station first thing in the morning and told them, like, today's the day.
On October 28, 2017, at 44 days old, Charlotte Warren died in the arms of her family.
Her, my husband, and I just snuggled in the bed until she passed away.
Roger Nielsen House was her only home.
I love to come here as much as I can. I've been here 3 times this week.
The bereavement groups now include one called Pregnancy After Loss, where Anne-Marie can share worries and concerns and cautiously let joy back in.
It's very much a roller coaster of emotions, yeah. We're feeling like everything isn't going to be okay until he's here and in our arms.
This was a hard story to do, a hard conversation to have, but incredible the work that Roger Nielsen House does for families like that, families in very, very difficult situations, to take whatever positive you can out of the fact that you're still there in that moment and you have that moment, make it all about that.
And they all speak about those moments, the ownership that they have of those moments, the grace and the gift they've been given to have those small moments. All a very important part of why we're here, why we'd like you to give those numbers a call. And Matt Scooby's on the phones right now. Matt.
It is certainly the stories like that, Graham and Patricia. Nothing more really needs to be said. We're asking for your support. Anything that you can give on a day like today, give us a call, 1-866-447-4442. We have our volunteers standing by to be able to answer the phones to support those families of Charlotte, of so many others that have been through terrible situations like that, but also the ones that are, again, in the hospital right now. We have so many people and so many kids who need your support. Give us a call when you can. It doesn't matter how much you're able to give. If you can be generous right now, we appreciate that, but $5 or $10 is certainly going to go a long way. Thank you for that, and again, keep these people busy as they can be. Back to the desk.
All right, thanks, Matt. This next story is nothing short of a miracle. Arriving to CHEO with injuries to nearly every part of his body, Following a serious crash, there were fears Elliot might not make it.
Working together, CHEO's team of specialists were able to help this 5-year-old defy the odds.
Oh, let's see if you can put that all back together.
With ease, 5-year-old Elliot masters a children's puzzle during a visit to CHEO.
I did it.
A simple task for a boy his age,
Fire truck.
yet one considered impossible just months ago.
Good job.
He was a normal 5-year-old, just turned 5 actually, as spray as they come, and April 9th happened.
On that day in 2019, Dad Andrew took the family's 3 children to a cottage in Val-des-Monts. Returning to Ottawa, their vehicle was involved in a serious crash on Highway 50.
A car going in the opposite direction, didn't see the traffic stop, and went flying across the median and hit the car, and Elliot was unconscious, unresponsive at the scene.
While the rest of the family suffered bumps and bruises, Elliot was in critical condition. He was taken to the hospital in Gatineau, where his family was cautioned to prepare their goodbyes. He would then be transferred to CHEO's pediatric intensive care unit.
He's one of the most severe injuries that we see at the Children's Hospital.
Inside the ICU, the team at CHEO would first focus on healing, getting Elliot to breathe on his own. Soon, a glimmer of hope from this spirited fighter.
It took a couple weeks before you could see life in those eyes.
Elliot would wake up, but it wasn't immediately clear what limitations he might have.
He was in a tilted wheelchair. Pretty much as soon as I got on the ward floor, it's the big of just get the brain back to what it was.
To help him regain as many capabilities as possible, a team of neurologists, pediatrics, plastics, speech-language pathologists, and occupational therapists would work together, bringing him to this powerful moment, taking his first steps all over again.
To this now, where he is walking and moving all over the place.
Elliot still has nerve damage to his upper body. He's undergone 2 surgeries for his arm, with more planned.
What's being offered is actually fairly new techniques to rejoin nerves or to transplant nerves to see if he can get improved upper extremity function.
On top of the physical, Elliot's team will also be there for the developmental and emotional support.
I want him back at kids his age playing, if anything.
Just as they've been through this miraculous recovery,
I'm going to reach out to our colleagues.
CHEO's team of top doctors will be behind the family for every milestone.
I don't think we'd be here if it wasn't for CHEO. I don't think this outcome would be what it is without the services that are here.
So this curious boy can keep learning and growing.
I always want my little boy back that he was before. But he's doing really good, and to keep going. Like, if he's done this much in this short a period of time, who knows? The rate he's going and the help he gets, that's good.
With CHEO's one-team approach offering personalized care so effective,
I can live up this thing.
There's no doubt in this room that Elliot will reach his full potential.
Look at that smile, an incredible story of defying the odds, right?
A lot of energy there.
Yes, absolutely. And we're so fortunate now to be joined by Elliot and his entire family here. We have Elliot, his brother Oliver, and sister Abigail, and mom Christine, and dad Andrew. Thank you to all of you for being here with us today. Christine, if I can start with you, we're just over a year removed from that day when your life changed so dramatically. It's amazing to see how far Elliot has come in that piece. How is he doing right now?
He's doing phenomenal. To think where he was like 10 months ago, we never thought this day would happen, to be quite honest. With all the care and the medical techniques and everything, the fact that he's walking and talking and eating and running around like a little boy and rode his bike for the first time this weekend, it's a miracle.
Really a miracle, yes. Andrew, as I was watching that piece, I wrote down one word on my sheet of paper here, fighter, in capital letters. He really must have something incredible within that he's been able to battle back the way he has.
Most definitely. I mean, it's the resiliency that he's shown. He's stronger than even I am at times. So
anyone we know.
Yeah.
He's determined. What he wants to do, he wants to go do it.
He was a stubborn little boy beforehand, and he showed that stubbornness throughout this whole process. And It's amazing.
I love it that you're doing this interview live on TV just through a sea of children there in front of you. It's wonderful. Yeah, is Elliot able to tell us what his experience has been at CHEO, what he has appreciated about CHEO, or can you tell us that for him?
Hey,
We can ask. What do you think of CHEO, bud?
what do you think of CHEO?
Do you like CHEO?
You're looking at
What do
camera.
you like seeing at CHEO?
Always the clown.
Always Molly. Hey, Molly came to visit you lots of times, eh?
I'll have to ask the doctors and nurses at some time if they ever get jealous that all their work and all the kids always talk about Molly. But a long road ahead for all of your family. And one of the things that was mentioned in there is that CHEO, as you continue to have connections with them, will offer support for the family as you go through this. How important is that for you as you navigate this journey?
Ultimately, very important. I mean, just to know that those resources are here. I mean, funny enough, he actually has a telehealth appointment tomorrow with ophthalmology at CHEO. Yeah. So it's the continued services all throughout this process.
Thanks.
And they were very helpful. Even they met with our community team before he was discharged to make sure that there was no lapse in care, that he would be cared for, and
the transition was seamless.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still there for when they have questions or when we have questions that can't be answered. We know we can pick up the phone, send an email, and CHEO's there in an instant.
And just very quickly before we let you go, what would you like to say to anyone out there who is watching, who is thinking about whether they should pick up the phone right now and call the telethon?
Just do it. You don't know when your life is going to change in an instant. You live on this thing that it's going to be. It's someone else. It's never yourself, and then it is. And I mean, not that I want to be in this situation, but I'm fortunate that CHEO exists and that donors exist for this reason. That my CHEO felt like home for those 3 months, and my son goes there like it's nothing. He walks in with a smile, and he's happy as can be. So.
Thank you for being here. It was amazing to see Elliot's story. We wish you well. Elliot, Oliver, Abigail, Christine, and Andrew, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
That is a full household, and no matter what age, no matter how advanced technology gets, if you see yourself on television, you're watching off camera.
You're distracted. Well,
There's lots of
especially
this going on.
when we have these families that look so good with all the matching plaid
I know,
and
they're all
twin
dressed
boys.
up.
Oh my goodness, wonderful.
Yes, good for them. We have superheroes all around our community, and this next miracle match is from one of those.
Let's go over to Leslie Roberts now.
I'm on TV.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Our next donor, actually, Graham and Patricia, want to remain anonymous, but she wants to invite all of you watching to join her in being a hero for CHEO during this miracle match for children that need CHEO today and in the future. We thank her for her generosity. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's your turn. Our anonymous donor will double your donation for the next 3 minutes. Matt, what do we have to do?
We're going to have to call that number on your screen. Let's start this clock now, Leslie. 1-866-447-4442. An anonymous donor for a $5,000 miracle match. It's incredible. All you need to do is watch those last couple of stories. Charlotte's story and her family, Elliot's story and their family. There are no more reasons other than that to be able to pick up the phone right now, call us, and donate to CHEO.
I'm keeping count here. 8 of 12 on the screen. We have a larger bank than that, but 8 of 12 are waiting for your call. What are you waiting for? You heard it from a mom who said, don't take it for granted. Things can change in an instant. There, we're seeing some of the phones light up. That's
There's
good
still
to hear
some
it.
flags waving. We want them to pick up the phone. That number again, 1-866-447-4442 to be able to call CHEO right now to donate. And again, like we've talked about all day, Leslie, too. It doesn't matter how much it is. We're going to double your donation right now. So if you pick up the phone and donate $25, that's going to turn into a $50 donation. If you give $50, it's going to turn into a $100 donation. Isabella, let us know how much time we have left.
Hi, I'm Isabella. There's only 2 minutes left to donate for our miracle match. Call now.
Thank you, Isabella. And you know what? Isabella, yes, well known, the daughter of Stuntman Stu.
Yes.
And you know what? We just got told, too, that someone just let me know before we came on and right as this miracle match started, Stuntman Stu and his family have just donated $1,000. Thank you so much to Stu, to Connie, and to the kids, too, as well, for that donation during this miracle match.
And our thoughts are with you, Stu, of course, right here in the Bell Media building. Hey, we should also salute the folks at CHEO. We know the televisions are on there. We are thinking of you. It's not the same this time around through a pandemic, of course. We've had to alter our plans. It's not easy on a good day at CHEO. Right now, it's even harder. But thanks to the incredible staff, the researchers, they're making it a lot easier. You can too by giving back by calling the phone number 1-866-447-4442. Yeah,
they're the signs. They're holding them up. They still want to take phone calls. They're rolling through donations right now. How much time do we have left?
1 minute left. Please pick up that phone.
Thank you so much, Heather, for that was a great entrance. Cartwheels?
No, don't even try.
Leslie says no, we're not going to do cartwheels at this point. Might get a little bit dangerous. Instead, let's pick up the phone. That's the only activity you need to be doing right now. Pick up that phone, give us a call, double your donation, double your impact for the kids and the staff at CHEO. So vital at this point as we approach the 5 o'clock hour here on the CHEO Telethon.
Oh, Stuntman Stu said $1,000 means that you also have to do a cartwheel.
Oh, that we have to do a cartwheel?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Okay, there's your cartwheel in your miracle match. Good thing I undid that one. I think everything's still intact.
You're still
20
intact.
seconds left.
Yes.
Call us right now. 1-866-447-4442. Stu would make us do something like that.
You're a good sport. And let's keep those phones ringing because, ladies and gentlemen, this is an anonymous donor. We thank you for that. Who is saying, I don't want to make any big fuss, but I want to be able to double the money of people who are calling in right now.
They've been very busy. Get in there right now. Thank you so much to our anonymous donor for this $5,000 miracle match. We certainly can't do it without all of your help. We're going to have much more here for the miracle matches very shortly. Graham and Patricia.
I give the cartwheel a 10.
Cartwheel was excellent. Yeah, I mean, we should be grading that.
Only one way to get out of the cartwheel obligation.
Yes.
Wear a dress. Yeah, they never ask you. Yeah,
that's true.
Very good, Matt.
I'll do that next year. Let's go to Leanne Cusack and another check.
Well, for those of you who have been missing NHL hockey, this is a Stanley Cup give we are going to discuss with October Saves. We have Dave Statos with his son Nicholas, and joining also is Laura Hopewell to tell us about a phenomenal event. You get it going because it's all about shopping, but go first if you would, Dave.
Yeah, so we organized this October Saves event where through the month of October, goalies register how many saves they make through the website. And we also organized a free goalie clinic where close to 100 goalies showed up and volunteer goalie coaches from all over Ottawa. And it was a phenomenal, great year.
Oh, it sounds like it. And of course, it's all goalies stopping cancer, Laura.
Yes, this is actually goalies from mites all the way up to adult leagues and pros as well. And we ask them during the month of October to get pledges per save that they make during their games in October. We track them on the website, and the kids did an incredible job this year. We are super proud of them.
Bringing together goalies around North America. We are thrilled. Last word to you, Nicholas. Let's have you deliver this astonishing total.
We have raised a total amount of $67,004.96.
Nice.
I'm clapping for you, and so is everyone else. Thank you very, very much. We're heading back to the desk. Isn't that something?
Amazing number again.
Absolutely.
Wonderful to see.
Well, Sarah Bigford joins us once again, Manager of Child Development and Rehab at CHEO. Sarah, we've talked a little bit through the show about some of that specialized equipment that kids need, kids of all ages and sizes. That's part of it for you people, right? Your team helping people negotiate what those needs are and making sure they're provided.
Absolutely. So again, donor money allows us to buy specialized equipment for teams like our seating and mobility team, who prescribe specialized wheelchairs and standing equipment for children with physical disabilities. Our toys and tech team use specialized equipment like eye gaze computer access systems that again allow kids to use eye movement to access computer applications. And all sorts of other technology that physiotherapy, occupational therapy, and speech language pathology use on a daily basis, like virtual reality and iPads.
And the other part of the work that you do is something very difficult to think about and talk about is chronic pain. Can you talk a bit about some of the work you do there?
Yeah, the chronic pain team is an amazing interprofessional group of physicians, physiotherapists, psychologists, pharmacists, occupational therapists, and social workers, along with a nurse practitioner. And they really allow children who unfortunately have developed a chronic pain condition to try to refocus back on function and getting back into active living.
And right now, such a challenge in the time of COVID-19, but virtual rehab, how does that work? How are you even able to make that happen?
Well, you know, kudos to the staff who just leapt right in and started to provide therapy service virtually, as you mentioned. So we have a couple of different ways that we do that. Basically, parents and families access their therapist through a smartphone or a computer or a laptop, and the therapists are able to do assessments and even offer therapy through that two-way dialogue over a virtual platform.
That's a wonderful adjustment to make. And while we have you here, we do want to check on the
numbers.
latest numbers coming up to the top of the hour.
And there is our tote board. We were at $2.5 million. We're going way past that. Look at that, Graham. $3.288 million raised in such a difficult time. Sarah, you must love to see that on the tote board.
Absolutely. We could not offer the services the way we do without donor support, everything from technology to supporting full programs.
Okay, Sarah, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, CHEO is a second home for many kids and parents. Celebrating milestones is an important part to keep some normalcy in life.
CHEO doesn't miss a beat when it comes to children's well-being and happiness. They certainly don't miss out on a party.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nathan. Happy birthday to you.
Nathan celebrated his 12th birthday at CHEO. He's what staff call a frequent flyer, born with a heart condition. He had surgery at just 5 months old. He was diagnosed with cancer at 8. He's still fighting. To mark his 12th birthday, staff wanted to make sure it was special. Nathan is loved by many, and he loves to prank the nurses when he's admitted.
That's amazing. Happy birthday to Nathan and to all those kids out there who might be celebrating right now.
Happy birthday to you. Speaking of kids, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Graham.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Wow, thank you all very much.
Celebrating the big 5-0.
Welcome to the club.
Happy birthday.
It happens to be my 50th birthday. It's
50.
50.
Wow.
I'm 50 years old, Patricia. Can you believe it?
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Thank you all very much.
And we just wanted to make sure that everyone knew it was your birthday, and so we put you right on the cake.
You did.
Yeah.
It's like a Graham cake. That's great.
Graham always says no cake unless my picture's on it. Right?
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's mandatory.
The only rule.
Anyway, it's a wonderful way to spend a birthday. Please give us a call, and thank you all very, very much. This is very kind of you. And it always falls around my birthday. It's not right on the day, but today it is for the 50th. So a great omen.
And
Thank you very much.
I know you wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
No.
You love this cause, love the CHEO and everything they do there. But we just wanted to acknowledge that you were in here for a very long day on the day you're turning 50, and we appreciate you.
Very nice. Thank you very much, everyone.
All right,
And
we're going to move
you.
away from Graham now. Talk more about the kids.
Yes.
Plenty more to come in the next hour. Matt did a cartwheel. Maybe we can get him to do some yoga. Stay tuned.
Or we could eat some cake.
Dana B from Jump 1069.
Dylan Black from Boom 99.7.
I'm Tony from Jump 1069.
John Gonzo here from Boom.
Mr. D, evening show host here at Jump 1069.
Dave Nelson from Boom 99.7.
Jimmy from Jump 1069.
Colleen Rushall from the Boom Breakfast Show.
Jay from Jump 1069.
Tim from the Boom Breakfast with Tim and Colleen.
Allie from Jump 1069. Thank you to everyone at CHEO.
So many families are being affected by your care.
Many of us with young kids, myself included with a 5-year-old son, CHEO has been there when we've needed them most.
In 1996, I was was invited out to take part in my first ever CHEO Telethon, invited by Max Keeping. 24 years later, I have a 2-year-old named Max. The Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario means a lot to me and my family.
As somebody from Ottawa, I know how great the staff is every time I visited CHEO as a kid.
I'm fortunate enough to have only had to use CHEO once as the dad of a young patient, but I've helped out there over the years. We're so blessed to have CHEO.
My wife and I always talk about how lucky we are with our 2 daughters, Lucy and Amelia, to live in a city where we have one of the best pediatric care facilities in the country.
I just want to take a moment and thank everyone at CHEO for the amazing work they do.
Every day they make a positive impact and they help make our community stronger.
For everything that you do.
For children, for families.
Thank you.
Thanks, CHEO.
Thank you to the entire staff.
CHEO, we love you. CHEO and all the wonderful people that work there. Mwah!
And thank you to you if you're able to take time and donate today.
If you can make it happen, make a donation today.
We couldn't do this without you. Thank you so much.